Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It's me, Mr. Anger, back with you for another episode of the Mr. Anger Show. All right, let's get straight into it. Parental advisory, blah, blah, blah. Let's go. All right, Roseanne and Samantha B. both made inappropriate comments, and both should either face the same fate, or people should just accept that freedom of speech includes hate speech, no matter whether it's sexist, as Samantha B., or racist, as Roseanne said, and realize that it's protected speech. And people have a right to say what they want to say, feel the way they want to feel, and think the way they want to think, even though we strongly disagree with what the hell they said. So either they should both be fired, or we should realize that people have a rights to free speech and let it be, and let the audience and public decide whether or not to continue watching their shows or to support these people. I'm not a fan of either. I don't like either one, personally. So it's no sweat off my back what happens, but let's be fair. If you're going to sit there and claim to be against racism and then sit there and say sexism is not as bad, you're a hypocrite. Anything else besides being on that two sides of the coin, either A, sticking up for free speech, or B, saying both should be fired because both is equally as bad, if you say anything else, you're nothing but a hypocrite. That's pure and freaking simple. That's just you showing your bias, supporting one while condemning another. That's the only thing that you're doing. So either they both meet the same fate and both get fired, which I think they both should be. Well, I mean, personally, I agree with the free speech thing, and I think that people should just decide whether or not to support them and let the ratings show, prove prove what we think of them. So if everybody's offended by it, everybody stops watching them, they lose their show anyways, it just die out. And that way, corporations such as ABC and TBS or whatever Samantha B is on doesn't have to sign on the free speech memorandum, because if we start censoring free speech, this is the beginning of censorship if we start attacking people's rights. So I don't agree that they should be fired, but I disagree with what they said. But at the same time, if you're going to fire one, you might as well fire the other if you're going to go this route. But then again, that becomes a sticky issue because you're starting to lead the way on censorship of Americans and what they can and cannot say. Even though, we disagree, doesn't mean, other people don't have the right to say it. And I hate sticking up for people that use racist or sexist comments because I think they're fucking idiots. I don't think they deserve the time of day. So, it sucks, but then again, we have to stick up for each other's rights, because if we start censoring one, when does the censorship stop? Alright, next, wearing orange today because of gun violence. Da-da-da. Alright, your bias is showing. There's plenty of other objects in this country that kill way more than guns do, that dwarf the numbers of what guns do. Take vehicles, for example. Are we going to start, blaming a vehicle? We're going to sue Ford because they put out a vehicle that killed somebody in a drunk driving fatality. No, we're not going to do that. We don't hold the car accountable. We hold people accountable, ladies and gentlemen. So this issue of wearing orange, yeah, I'll wear orange when I go hunting. Other than that, no, I'm not wearing orange today. Why? Yes, it's a bad thing that's happening. Yes, I do think that gun laws need to be tweaked and revamped, but at the same time, I stand on the rights of people's rights to be able to own a gun, and it's part of our rights. So, yet again, it's not the most popular view right now, but at the same time, probably my view on Roseanne and Samantha B is probably not the most popular view, but hey, I don't care. Think what you want to think, say what you want to think. That's our right so far, unless we continue down the path of firing people for having the right to freedom of speech or for attacking the rights of legal gun owners who have done nothing wrong. So I don't know. Which trend do you want to see continue? Do you want rights to be attacked, to be taken away? Because that's the path we're heading down, ladies and gentlemen. It's as simple as that. What's the next right you want attacked? What's the next right you want to lose? And when is something that you believe in going to be on the docket as offensive? I'm Mr. Anger.